Andy Dick is no stranger to controversy, but even longtime followers were left stunned and deeply concerned after the comedian appeared in a chaotic new video insisting he was 110% fine, following what many believed was an overdose scare. The footage, which went viral across multiple platforms within hours, captured a disoriented-looking Dick slurring, rambling, and veering between self-defensiveness and incoherent humor. The interview sparked immediate backlash, a whirlwind of speculation, and renewed questions about the former sitcom star's well-being as he continues to battle a long, highly publicized history of addiction. But in true Andy Dick fashion, the comedian insisted that everyone else was overreacting. "I'm totally fine, 110% fine," he declared, flashing a woozy grin at the camera. "People need to stop saying I overdosed. I didn't overdose. I don't know what happened. But I'm fine." A disturbing video that sparked instant concern. The video, filmed during what was supposed to be a casual livestream conversation with a small independent interviewer, immediately spiraled into something far stranger. Viewers watched as the 59-year-old comedian appeared glassy-eyed, struggling to hold up his head or maintain a consistent train of thought. At one point, he spoke with his eyes half closed, mumbling what fans described as nonsensical jokes. At another, he jolted upright and loudly insisted he was healthy, happy, and working on new projects. The tone of the interview shifted rapidly, sometimes minute to minute. One moment he leaned back, nearly falling out of frame. The next, he tried making jokes about his own erratic history. "I've been through worse," he slurred at one point. "You remember the 2000s? That was a wild decade." The interviewer, clearly unsettled, attempted several times to redirect or end the conversation, but Dick refused. No, let's talk," he insisted. "Let's clear the air. I'm fine." Viewers, however, were less convinced. Social media explodes. "This is not okay." As clips spread across X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, fans expressed alarm, describing the footage as hard to watch, tragic, and a cry for help. Many longtime supporters urged those close to Dick to step in. "I've never seen him this out of it. Someone needs to help him," one user posted. Others urged compassion rather than mockery, noting that Dick's struggles with addiction, mental health challenges, and legal issues have been part of his public narrative for decades. Still, not everyone was sympathetic. Some commenters accused him of faking, attention-seeking, or attempting to leverage chaos into relevance, a criticism that has followed Dick for much of his career. But the overwhelming reaction was worry. Andy Dick's reassurance. "Do I look like I'm dying?" Despite the escalating concern, Andy Dick doubled down the next day with another video clip, filmed in what appeared to be a friend's living room. This time he was more alert but still defensive. "I'm not in the hospital. I'm not dead. I'm not overdosing," he said emphatically. "Do I look like I'm dying? I'm good. I'm taking care of myself. I'm working. I'm living. People need to calm down." He went on to blame the lighting, the angle, and the long day he had before the livestream for giving the impression he was impaired. "I was tired, not high," he insisted, although viewers remained skeptical, especially since Dick has given similar explanations in previous incidents. His comments did little to quiet the conversation. In fact, they amplified it. A long, turbulent history of public struggles. For decades, Andy Dick's talent has been overshadowed by his personal battles. A standout on news radio, Less Than Perfect, and various MTV projects, Dick's unpredictable behavior became a defining, and often career-derailing, part of his public persona. He has been arrested multiple times on charges ranging from groping to drug possession, entered rehab programs repeatedly, involved in several public intoxication incidents, the subject of restraining orders, cast out of major Hollywood circles due to his unpredictability. His history with substance abuse is well documented, and fans noted that the new footage closely resembled previous episodes where he appeared visibly impaired. Andy Dick has had near-death experiences before, one entertainment critic pointed out. The concern here is not misplaced. It's based on years of real patterns. Inside the interview, chaotic exchanges and strange claims. The original interview itself ran nearly 15 minutes, though only portions went viral. During the full recording, Dick made several claims that added to the chaotic tone. Among them, he said he was writing a memoir that would blow Hollywood wide open. He insisted he was busier than ever, with new comedy gigs, though none have been publicly announced. He rambled about aliens, past celebrity friendships, and the illusion of fame. He attempted to sing several times but forgot the lyrics mid-note. At one point, he stared at the camera for several seconds without speaking, prompting the interviewer to ask if he wanted to stop. Dick shook his head slowly, whispering, "No, I'm good." Viewers described the moment as deeply unsettling. Friends and former colleagues speak out. In the aftermath, people who have worked with Dick in the past expressed sympathy but emphasized the need for real support. A former news radio castmate, speaking anonymously, said, "Andy is brilliant, genuinely. But he's been fighting these demons for a very long time. When you see something like that interview, it's heartbreaking, not funny." Another former collaborator posted simply, "I hope he gets help. That's all I can say." Dick himself, however, insists no intervention is necessary. A pattern of denial. Fans and observers noted that Dick's response, minimizing the situation, joking through discomfort, insisting he is fine, fits a familiar pattern. "He always says he's fine, even when he's clearly not," one longtime fan summarized. "That's the problem. You can't help someone who doesn't think they need it." The phrase, 110% fine, repeated multiple times in the interview, quickly became a meme on social media, but not in a humorous way. Many used it to highlight the disconnect between Dick's words and his behavior. Is Andy Dick getting help? As of now, no representative, family member, or manager has issued an official statement, which only fueled speculation that Dick may be acting independently, without close supervision or a solid support network. In previous years, he entered rehab facilities multiple times, often after public incidents, but the comedian has said in past interviews that he struggles to stay on track. Several unofficial reports claim that friends have attempted to conduct informal wellness checks, though none have been confirmed. The aftermath. What happens next? The viral nature of the video brought Andy Dick back into the spotlight, but not in a way the comedian likely hoped for. Industry insiders say these types of incidents make it incredibly difficult for networks, producers, or venues to hire him, even for small gigs. "No one wants the liability," one producer explained. "People care about him, but they're scared." Still, there remains a dedicated segment of fans who want to see Dick recover and potentially return to comedy with a healthier lifestyle. Many urged kindness and understanding, pointing out that addiction is a chronic struggle, not a quick fix. "I hope he reads the comments and sees people aren't judging, they're worried," a supporter wrote. "We've lost too many comedians to this already." Andy Dick's legacy, talent, trouble, and tragedy. Andy Dick's story is complicated, equal parts comedic brilliance and heartbreaking self-destruction. From his sharp improvisational skills to his quirky comedic instincts, he had the makings of a long, respected Hollywood career. Instead, much of his public narrative has centered on arrests, erratic behavior, and personal collapses. This latest video only reinforced the ongoing question: is Andy Dick spiraling, or is this simply another chaotic chapter in a long, troubled saga? For now, Dick remains adamant that he's perfectly fine. 110%, as he keeps saying.